Have you ever imagined yourself becoming the first person to achieve a goal that hasn't been accomplished by anyone else? Like becoming the first person in your family to graduate from college. Miami Dade College successful alumnus Carlos Martinez is the first to capture a first-time achievement.
I, Carlos Jesus Martinez Landa.
I, Carlos Jesus Martinez Landa.
It happened when he was sworn to serve as public defender of Miami-Dade County. Martinez is the first Cuban-American public defender in the county and the first Hispanic to hold the position in the nation. The Public Defender's Office represents clients with criminal, juvenile, and mental health matters who are confronted with the possibility of losing their liberty by becoming incarcerated. A judge determines if the individual is unable to pay for a private attorney, then the Public Defender's Office represents the clients. The office has approximately 180 attorneys handling trials and appeals, and Martinez oversees them all. Now, the irony in Martinez's story of achievements is that he didn't start college knowing what his career would be. The Cuban native came with his family to Miami during a time when the county was going through many changes.
Well, in 1969, my parents and I came here on the Freedom Flights, and Miami was very different in 1969 when we arrived, and it was the Freedom Flights. There were thousands of people that were coming on the Freedom Flights, and I did not know a word of English when I started school here in 5th grade.
Martinez's parents encouraged him at an early age to appreciate his new home and to work toward obtaining something no one could ever take from him, his education. When the time came for him to pursue a degree in higher education, he chose Miami Dade College, one of the places he says helped shape the person he is today.
Probably the best is actually the training that I received in the classes, the speaking classes, speech classes, and being able to feel more comfortable in speaking in groups. That was probably critical. Also, I had a very good history class. Cannot remember the name of the teacher. I feel bad about that. But he was instrumental in helping me think critically. We had history books, and I was able to look at history, but look at history critically. And critical thinking is an essential component of a lawyer's life. So when I went to law school, a lot of the skills that he had particularly used in that history class helped me not only throughout my years in undergraduate, but also in law school.
As his college education evolved and he graduated from Miami Dade College, Martinez continued studying and eventually earned a law degree. He tells us it was during a summer internship where he discovered his calling.
I had no idea what the public defender did at the time, and when I started here doing that and interviewing clients, I fell in love with the work.
Because of his internship in the Public Defender's Office, Martinez developed a passion to help people beyond the courtroom. He has done this by developing many programs, educating and improving our community, and one of them is called Play It Smart.
Play It Smart was actually an interesting thing that happened. We adopted some materials that had been previously developed at the national level. We took their materials and we actually turned it into curriculum so that we could go out into the community and teach parents and young people how to interact with the police so that you don't get a bad arrest.
Martinez's mentor and former supervisor, Bennett Brummer, served Miami-Dade County for 32 years before choosing to step down from his post. Mr. Brummer tells us Miami-Dade County is extremely fortunate to have Martinez serving us now.
I would like them to know how lucky they are to have him as a public servant, to have him as the public defender, that he will do his utmost to represent the interests of his clients. He will do his utmost to represent the interests of this community in a balanced way regarding maintaining individual freedom.
If you sometimes worry that you don't know where your life is heading, Public Defender Martinez has this advice for you.
Some people grow up knowing exactly what they want to do when they grow up. I had no idea. I had worked for Exxon for 11 years. So when I went to Miami Dade College, to me it was, my parents told me the only thing they can never take away from you is your education. So you're going to go to school. So to me, there was no option of not going to college. So I went to Miami Dade, did the classes at Miami Dade, got very good grades at Miami Dade, and then I went on. So the one thing, the most important thing is really try to figure out what you like. Try to see what interests you. Miami Dade College is the perfect place for you to experiment and try to figure out, what do I really want to do?
Congratulations, Mr. Public.
For Miami Dade College in Focus, I'm Alexandra de Armas.